everybody, and welcome back to the World of Astaria, Dungeons and Dragons stream on Twitch. We're joined by the usual cast of people here today. We got Rob, we got Braxton, we got Marie, and we got Andrew. And we got a very, very tired, tuckered out DM. We're going to keep the session fairly short this week just because this time of year is pretty busy for everybody. So, without further ado, let's go ahead and get into it with the quick recap of last time.
Before we get into like the recapping of the story, I just want to say publicly, like, I pay money to be the headliner. I'm pretty disappointed that Rob got first billing in this stream, and it was Rob and Braxton. What the fuck is that? What am I paying you for? I'm not the headliner.
It'd be too obvious if I said your name first. We're brothers, okay? We gotta have it a bit subtle, just a bit.
That's what the money's for. Look, the money is to separate that we're brothers. The money makes it okay that I get announced first. I either go first or last, and I get this sort of credit as like, yeah, featuring Braxton Angle as Aragon. I either need to be first or I need a featuring at the end or special appearance by. We're gonna have to work something out before.
If you look at the map right now, you're on the map twice right now, so that's your little special perk.
That's a technical error. That's just for sure a technical error.
Okay.
We're gonna get rid of that.
This all cleared up. Season 2, we'll get that fixed up.
There we go.
Also,
excellent. I'm glad
Wait, when is
we're not in the air, right? I said that off the air, correct?
No, we're live.
Nothing like live entertainment, people.
So everybody.
Okay. It's okay. He knows Revan is most important. It's okay.
Well. Okay.
I'm not even saying me. My character is clearly the best. He had the best rolls last time ever. So,
Excuse me?
Yeah.
Oh yes, definitely.
Yes, if the goal was like golf, where it was the lowest score, then yes, Revan was the clearest winner of last week.
Hey, I was a
Right.
pretty close tie.
It was. Now then, as I said, short episode this week, so let's go ahead and get into it. Right, last time the group simply went out on a bit of a hunting party to go try and find some local wildlife to bring back to the camp for food and pelts. They ran into a rather grotesque giant spider, which the group dispatched fairly easily, using a multitude of very interesting tactics, jamming guns, breathing fire, shooting, and nothing working until eventually, I'm not gonna lie, I can't remember how the spider died, I just know it's dead. You brought it back to the camp. I'm not gonna lie, a lot of people probably looked at you funny for bringing back just this giant spider meat, but it got the job done. So, let's go ahead and get back into the main camp, which is there we go. So you all, so after that, you guys pretty much, got back to the camp. It was pretty dark out. You deposited the food, and then, was there anything else you wanted to do before you just headed off to sleep? Because the next morning is pretty much just when things will start, taking off.
I'm stargazing, first off.
Okay. Sun slowly sets, sky turns to darkness, and Mina just
sure,
finds a perch.
I'm pretty sure Mini Vegeta here tried to grab my junk. Not sure how I feel about that, but
Wait,
I mean,
story
it's
goes
at
on.
high level for him.
Wait, so is Mini Vegeta into you? Is that what you're trying to say, or are you just trying to make us think he's into you?
I don't know what to think. I'm trying to. I mean, your guess is as good as mine. I don't know how to read this dude. I mean, you save a guy's life, and I don't know if this is how he wants to eventually repay me, but I feel like this is definitely, a key moment in the plot that we'll have to address later on. I'm sure of it.
I mean, I would put it up there with, everything else that is happening.
Of course.
There's no doubt about it.
You found the
Mhm.
secret hidden story quest. Good
The
job.
ultimate story quest is
Yes.
the love
In your darkest hour,
Mini Vegeta and
this
Eric.
dwarf man will come back to you.
The Dark Canal, is that the name of the quest?
Dwarf canal.
Man.
It's the dwarf canal.
God.
There it is. I'm glad somebody, maybe, I hope everyone got that. I hope everyone's paying attention.
That means something. That's standard.
So it was definitely code for
Mhm.
something.
That's it.
Always.
Mhm.
Definitely.
So,
I would like. Oh, I was gonna say, is it possible for me to talk to the captain again?
yeah, sure.
I want to ask him. What else is up? If there's anything else interesting going on in the camp right now.
Not much, but I do have an idea. It's presented to you all after morning, but currently we're awaiting for the shaman to get back in the dawn. Until then, pretty much just waiting. Tell you what to do.
Oh, what if you told me now, so then I could tell you if it was gonna go over well with everybody.
Well,
I'd like to roll charisma for that.
okay, fine, go ahead. Give me a charisma roll and let me find the captain's stats.
On baby, let's be better than last week. Can't be that much harder. Considering how crappy it was. That's pretty average,
Okay.
but better than last week still.
Alright, so. And I guess the captain would roll just like a save? Or, actually, no, you're just straight up just talking to him, so it's not like a thing he has to.
Yeah, I'm not trying to beat him necessarily in a
Yeah.
roll. I'm just trying to figure out
So
if that's enough charisma to convince him to tell me his plan.
he kind of looks at you for a second after you saying just like, hey, tell me the plan so I can kind of think about how it'll go over. So he kind of like nods his head for a second, like, you know what? Tired, but it's not an awful idea to get some input. We've been speaking to the shaman for a while now, and he says he's been talking to his tribe's grand elder or something far to the north. The idea was to send you all to that man on, I guess the best way to put it would be diplomatic relations of something. See if we can do anything to help them so that they can better help us and so on.
You know who we are?
Does who know what?
You know, do you understand the group that you're sending out there? You may want to send a more diplomatic person than just about anybody else in our group, other than potentially me or the cook, even.
So,
While as much as I hate saying it, I'm sure he can use some weird words
So
to
let me ask you
get
a
things
question.
across.
Let me just ask you a question. What do you think I used to do before all this?
You were clearly a prostitute.
I mean, I used him a lot, but I wasn't one myself. Be honest with you, boy.
Well, I mean, you have a lot of confidence. Maybe in the military, in all seriousness.
Oh, that stings. That actually is a bit of an insult. See, son, I used to be a pirate captain. Just sail the seas, did what I want, stole what I want, had a crew. Then one day, this fucking kingdom ambushes me at the docks, kills most of my men, gets me in prison, and I'm sitting on death row for a few years, and all of a sudden, one day, this arsehole from the kingdom comes to me and says, how would you like a new chance at life? And I look at him, and I think to myself, well, I could die in this prison, or at least die on the sea. So, I chose the option at sea, and look where it got me. In the middle of a fucking camp with a bunch of tossers who don't know what to do. So you know what I think about all these politically correct people who know how to do politics and whatnot? I think they're fucking ridiculous. Plus, you guys have already met with some of these natives. There's a rapport there. Not to mention you get shit done. Why would I send a bunch of half-assed pansies who want to speak fancy words to a bunch of people who can't even understand them? You get what I mean?
I like the way you think, Captain, and I'm glad that although we are all a bunch of incompetent assholes, that we are still more competent than everybody else here. That means a lot to hear.
It's not that you're. Well, you better call me, better call me. the main thing is, so far, everything you all set out to do has been moderately successful. Everyone else has a role they're playing. They're gonna stick with it. I don't see anybody else stepping forward doing anything interesting other than you blokes. Now,
Fair enough.
any more questions?
Did you see Mini Vegeta grab Aragon's junk?
What the fuck are you talking about? This tent doesn't have a window. I don't know what's going on outside. I really hope it hasn't broken down to that yet. We've only been here... Shit, wait, we've been here 3 months. Okay, it's about the right time for that to start happening. Okay, I gotta prep a thing in the morning about that, but other than that, please leave, because I'm incredibly tired.
Alright, thanks, Captain.
Right.
Always glad to talk to you. You're the best.
So, you have anything about...
I give him a hug.
This is... Alright, he pats you on the shoulder. He's just like, this is new, but I appreciate your gesture. You're not trying to do the same thing that dwarfs do with the dragon now, are you?
Well, I just want you to know that you're appreciated, Cal.
Okay, I actually appreciate that. Right then.
Anytime, Cap. Talk to you later, bud.
Right, Revan. So you you just move out the tent. You do a wave, and the captain's just sort of like, I thought the hair was just kind of a joke thing, maybe something. But I guess he swims that way. He just heads off to sleep. So, we got Aragon talking up the dwarf, we got Revan talking up the captain, Mina's looking at the sky. Aiden, is there anything you want to do?
I'm just kind of hanging out in the kitchen until I'm tired enough to go to bed. Nothing too eventful, not really feeling like socializing with anyone outside, kind of like cooking stuff.
Alright, so, in that case, eventually, I guess maybe after an hour, you and the head chef there pretty much just prepping the meat, salting it so it keeps overnight and trying to figure out a way to better preserve what you got left. Then after that, you guys head off to sleep. Aiden and Revan, no more dreams. Nothing too crazy. The stones themselves have been fairly docile. Revan, you only kind of heard them talking to you in the middle of that fight last time, but that's about it. So, I didn't prepare a second camp slide, so the sun rises back up. You guys kind of, all get outside your tents, and I'd have you standing over here. Thank you, Mina.
Sorry, where are we going?
Over at the front.
I
of your tent.
apologize.
That's all good.
Yeah, there we go.
All right, let's get the guy out here. Okay, so in the morning, it's just about dawn when the captain kind of asks you all to be up. You're all kind of standing outside the tent. He's kind of just looking to the sky, looking up, looking back down, be like, well, I'm glad you're all up. That's at least one thing I appreciate is timeliness. So, does anyone have any questions?
Questions about what? Am I always supposed to have questions?
Well, you're talking to a bunch, so I figured you'd have something. But if not, that's actually pretty great.
No, I'm just here to go along on another day or whatever the hell we're doing.
Alright, so,
Was I supposed to tell them the plan, by the way?
oh,
Yeah,
well,
do our characters know anything yet?
Yeah, Revan, that would be up. That was my bad. It would be up to you if you wanted to tell them the plan or not.
Oh yeah, I would have told them about it.
All right, we're gonna go ahead and rewind for a second.
Aragon.
So you guys now know the kind of basic idea of what the captain has for you to do this morning, at least. So now he asks, anyone have any questions?
Are there, okay, so if there comes down to like negotiations, are there things that we are not allowed to like do for them and things that we should be requesting or anything?
Do you have something in mind?
Well,
Like,
me and the shaman
Me?
have spoken about some basic chords and grounds to stand upon. He is on our behalf gone to his. He had a name, Grand something. I'm just going to say Grandmaster for the moment. The Grandmaster is pretty much going to be asking you to do a simple task for him, and in return, they'll not only help us kind of fortify the camp and get a better lay of the land, they'll also give a better impression to the other natives that you get to come across.
do we have a lead negotiator?
Well, that's a good question. Do you have one? Because from what I remember, the only one of you that spoke the same language as them was the dragon.
And what language is that?
Oh,
Primordial.
there it
Oh
is.
no, I do not.
Yeah.
You should definitely not count on myself as the main communicator.
Do you think you can translate?
Oh,
Well, the entire thing is that we had the chief coming here learning our language.
yeah. What was the
Right.
point of that?
Well,
What is he,
Can't
slow?
freaking speak their language.
he's actually made some good progress in the time he's been taking. Actually, everyone go ahead and roll me a perception check.
Oh, there you go.
Nice.
There we go, crew. I might be useful this time.
All right.
Fucking surprised.
I will
but-
not be useful today. I got a 0.
Oh, I got to roll for Mello.
How do you even get a 0?
I have a -1 on perception.
Oh my god.
Wow.
Okay.
Did he? Oh, did he get lost in like an inception in his own head?
If I get lost just turning in circles.
I think you're not lost turning in circles. You're lost looking at your necklace. So,
Oh, that's ominous.
Revan and Mello, they kind of look to the sky, and they see something very familiar. It is the thing you came across the other few streams ago. It is a giant eagle. Come on.
I remember this thing, but
It has
I don't
You get a
remember
ride
a giant eagle.
It has a headdress upon it, and it's flying right towards the camp. It kind of like
We get a ride on it.
lands right
Oh.
here, and then it shifts. Into the
I'm
shaman.
going straight to board it.
Good morning. He starts walking over. And
Good morning.
The shaman has So the giant eagle with the headdress just transformed into the shaman.
Oh shit, that's right.
Are you all ready?
Is that the shaman speaking?
Yes. I can't. do
Yeah,
any
we're
voices.
ready, shaman.
He kind of looks to the captain like, "What does the word shaman mean?" The captain just
into
kind
you,
of.
bud.
fucking bird. Let's go.
I understand that word. It's quite rude, but all right.
Oh, damn it! I was hoping he didn't know.
You have a very foul mouth. So, as you said, the shaman agreed with your idea. Oh, shaman agrees with the idea to where he'll just turn giant eagle, and I don't think he'll be able to carry all of you. I know he's not going to be able to carry Aragon.
Yeah.
So,
I'll get on.
I say we leave Aragon behind then.
I'd say the best thing to do would be the fact that he would just stay on kind of like an overwatch to kind of like ward off anything, so you would have at least a quicker path to the far north. Other than that, the only ones who could probably ride him successfully would be Mina or Mello, or a combination of Mina and Revan. Like pretty much 2 people could ride the giant eagle successfully.
How small is Revan compared to me?
Well, no, okay, so you would also be able to fit, but it's pretty much just like it'd be 2 people on the eagle.
All 3 of them should be able to fit. Look at Mina. That's like
Oh,
1.5
Mina.
people.
Okay. Alright. So it's that's
Well, realistically, the healer needs to stay with Aragon, even though he's indestructible.
The healer does not need to stay with Aragon.
That's the exact opposite. The healer should probably stay with Mina.
Wait, no, is it? Well, Mina, that's what I meant. Mina should stay with Aragon.
She's
Oh,
not.
wait,
Are you
question.
technically a healer?
So over the 3 months, I learned a basic healing spell,
Oh
but
shit. Okay, well that's good then. That saves us a lot of trouble. That means we don't have to bring around that.
And then
head
she can just
bit.
ride on the back of RAB, and then me and Revan can just shoot from above. Makes sense.
About that. Yeah, I like this. This is a good plan, actually. I give you
Who's
a
RAB?
quick nod.
I'll take it.
SAB?
Who's RAB?
Whatever. RAB from Harry Potter, SAB from this. It's the same
You
difference.
stay in our camp. You get my fucking dinosaur's name right.
I thought the dinosaur's name was Aragon.
Oh my god. I am bragging. Hey, bud.
You all look the same.
Oh.
Oh, yeah.
So I get to ride the raptor?
Yes.
Yeah, sure.
Oh my god.
So
the cook is a racist.
hold
All
on.
right.
I just want to quickly point out, Aiden is a southern cook with a twinge of racism. I'm loving the character. It's like a classic Looney
But
Tunes
he's
character.
it's not overt racism. It's like charming racism.
Exactly.
Yes, because there's such a thing as charming racism.
It's not. I'd say it's simple. He was raised.
In the world of Astaria, you know, shit happens.
And I'm a tiny blue gnome, so what, do you hate me?
Oh, you're just really small and a midget.
I'm a gnome, not a midget.
Okay, I'm getting on the back of the giant eagle.
Okay.
Okay.
Redundant.
Just Aiden and Revan would be on the Eagle.
It's probably not a bad idea.
All right. So I'd say with that, it'd be a couple of days travel. You'd get to the farthest north camp, and then you'd rest there, and then you'd take another couple of days to travel to the very far north camp. So, anything you guys want to do before you get set out?
Should we say bye to Salad since he's not coming with us?
Mela just looked. She's like, "No, he's fine."
Is there any kind of blacksmith on the grounds? Do we have any kind of weapon workshop?
Why does he have to be a blacksmith?
Oh my god.
He started the whole thing earlier. Don't even put this on me, crew.
So,
I'm just laughing now. I have nothing to say other than just laughing.
I'd say, yeah, I just wanted to talk to, like, there's no official forge or smithery set up yet. There's kind of like a basic thing where the weapons tent is. Usually, like, a couple of dwarves will take care of any kind of weapon problems you need taken care of.
I was just hoping to go over, and after trading a little bit and being out yesterday, I found a short sword early on when we first looted the camp, but I wanted to see if there's a long sword I could trade that in for now that I'm a little more skilled with swords.
Okay, I guess, yeah, since it's in a basic armor, yeah, they'd be able to take your current short sword, and then they
And
put
it's
it
not
in
even
their
modifying. It's like I don't need both of them. Like give one back to like the armory
Yeah,
and
you're-
take one out. Like
yeah,
kind of
you're-
just
You're
exchange.
giving back the short sword for a long sword.
Correct.
Yeah, so we'll just skip that interaction because it's pretty much just you walking to a dwarf being like, "Hey, want a bigger sword? Help me out, dude." And he's like, "Okay."
Perfect. Thank
you
you.
Want a bigger sword? Take these pills. See what happens.
Yes.
Yeah, the dwarf hands you a bottle of pills, tells you to man up. All right. So, as you all make your way north, you come to the first village with Aiden and Revan on Eagleback, kind of doing Overwatch view. You get to the north camp that you were at. You kind of rest up there for the night, and then you head out again the next few days. This trip's a little bit longer, so you'll be a little tired when you get there. But you make your way, and it may not look it, but the camp is much bigger than the first one you found. As you head to what has been described as the main manhood, or the man tribe's camp. So if you all want to put your characters like right there.
And there it is again. Double Aragon.
Yep, there's that money. There's that money kicking in right now. You
Yeah.
get 2 Aragons for the price of 1.
I like it.
Why can't I never find? There it is. All right, so the eagle slowly kind of comes to the land. You guys dismount as Erler, the shaman, transforms back into his normal old crotchety self. The rest of you kind of come up from behind and you start approaching the camp. So you guys come up onto the camp and you meet these kind of like initial first 2 people who kind of look like they're just waiting, kind of on guard. Does anyone want to make any type of like initial interaction, or do you want to leave that to the shaman?
I could kind of give Aragon a little nudge and see if he wants to try to do something.
Okay. Aragon, any
I apologize. I actually couldn't hear what he said.
Oh, so Aiden sort of nudges you, kind of being like, "Hey, you understand them? Go say hello or something." He just kind of like gestures to you to be like, "Hey, you want to kick this off or what?"
Oh, I would remind the group that, hey, I don't actually speak the language. How about we use the shaman as a mediator or as a translator, since he has a basic understanding of how we communicate and a mastery of how these people communicate.
The shaman looked at you.
How about that?
Good idea.
I agree.
Or what if we have you communicate to the shaman who communicates to them?
Oh, that's
Brilliant.
the
Yeah.
definition of it. Are you kidding me? Did you just literally say my name to me?
What are you talking about? Then we have perfect translation. Because what if he messes something up and misses the word, like, and tells them the word, fuck instead of friend?
Yeah, I really agree with
What do you think
Aiden
they're
here.
gonna
I think
think?
it's a lot better than Aragon's.
You are seriously troubled. That is literally what I said. Goodness. We're not dealing with the top brass here. All right. All right,
All right,
Shaman.
Aragon. So you need to tell them hi.
Shaman.
Yes.
Speaking
Tell them our group is friendly. It does not intend to harm anyone or anything in their village.
All right. So he immediately kind of steps up to these guys. He begins, he does a little bit of a bow. They bow to him as well. Then begin speaking the kind of like language that Aragon kind of understands. And yeah, you suss from it that he's pretty much just saying like, greetings. I've brought travelers, but they mean no harm. We come to see the Grand Triad.
Grand Triad.
I didn't say shit about a grand triad. What is that?
The shaman pretty much took what you guys said, and he's pretty much being like, "There's a plan. We're here to see the Grand Triad," and that's so pretty much the 2 are like kind of gesturing for you all to follow. But yeah,
Oh, okay.
he's pretty much just said like he kind of turns and is like, "We went out into the camp." So
I don't like this. He should say exactly what we tell him to say. Don't you think?
you said that
Shut
out
up.
loud?
Kidding me? Look at these people. We'll be fine.
Alright. So for the sake
Not worried
of,
about it.
keeping this quick, you guys gonna go ahead to like the top part of the screen. You walk past kind of like another cluster of tents, another like large group of people and whatnot. And inside the tent, you see a man kind of like not fully meditating, but he's sort of on his knees, crouched in front of his own kind of personal idol that was built similar to the one outside. Who wants to try and address him first?
I'm just gonna bow.
I'll be right back. 1 sec.
All right. So Revan, go ahead. Just steps to the
Yes,
back. So,
I asked the shaman to relay this man the same message, and I ask you to tell me who he is.
So the shaman kind of like hears you. Says he kind of points to him since the guy's turned away. He's like, "That is the Grand Elder, master of the 3 tribes. They prevented darkness from taking our lands. He watches over the tribes." and then he kind of like, turns away from you after this kind of giving you that description, heads into the tent, and kind of like how Mina kind of like did a bow, he bows too, but he kind of like gets down, using his stick to kind of keep him propped up, one knee up, one knee down. Without even turning to him, the Grand Triad kind of like just raises his head up, and the shaman then turns back to you all. He says like, he would like for you all to enter his tent. He just sort of steps to the side. I'll move them further away. So who goes in first?
I guess I'm going in first.
Alright. So you enter into the tent, dimly lit. As you walk in, you hear immediately a voice speak to you. Greetings, warrior. What brings you here to my camp? Still not facing you.
Is the shaman in there with us?
No, he stepped to the side.
They can understand us.
It's a good question. Am I to interpret what he said as our language?
Yes, it pretty much sounds crystal clear, as he's speaking your language.
Yeah. Okay. How did you do that?
I am very wise, dragon. He kind of turns to you, and you kind of now fully see his face. Forehead marked with kind of tribal marks, a little bit of underneath the eyes. And when I say eyes, he has 3 eyes, all different colors, sporting the colors of the people of this camp and the people from the prior camp, and 2 more colors.
Oh, is that third eye in the middle of his forehead?
Yes.
Gotcha. Well, since you're so wise, I assume we're all here for a reason. You mind filling us in on what that could be?
Yes, great warrior. And as he says that, you see his mouth isn't moving. He's looking at you perfectly fine, kind of gesturing as if he were just normally speaking, but he's not opening his mouth. I have asked for you to come to fulfill a simple task for my people. I hope you and your allies out there are more than capable of handling something as simple as a few wolves.
If it's simple, why do we have to handle it? Shouldn't you and your warriors be capable?
A mere test. Seeing your, faithfulness to as what the shaman Urla has described as your diplomacy. If you like, we may send a few warriors with you if need be.
Do we need to?
We got this shit.
Are we all able to hear him, or is he only talking directly to Aragon? Because clearly it's telepathic or something, I'm assuming? Or is it out loud?
It depends. Have you all kind of followed into the tent after Aragon, or is it just Aragon in the tent?
At this point, I thought
Oh,
only...
I followed.
Alright.
I did not follow.
Alright, so yeah.
Oh.
So he addressed Aragon since he's at the front, but you do all hear him, or at least you hear the voice speaking to you.
Okay.
Before I can send you on this test,
Perfect.
I have a simple request.
Challenge.
Indeed, a challenge.
Yes.
I ask you, who among you would like to test their skill amongst my people's clan?
What?
Who among you wishes to test your skill?
That's a good question. Certainly not Revan.
I'll do it.
Right?
Yeah,
Why
I'm
am
not
I
really a
testing my
fighter.
skill? I mean, how many wolves are we fighting here? I mean, I'm down to fight.
It is not time for that quite yet. I shall
And a
send you
sword.
there on the way, but first, I must test you. These are no
We're gonna be tested against one of your own warriors first.
Indeed.
You're picking one representative, or is everyone taking their turn?
If you all wish to take a turn, that is fine. I need only see one, but I am more than happy to see multiple.
I got
Guys,
this.
I think you should honestly I know it sounds bad. My rolls have been better today, and we all know how that works out. It's not that yours aren't going to be good, but I might have the luck of the die today.
All right. No, you go ahead.
Wait, we're not gonna
It'll
set
make my victory better after I beat someone after you lose. So go ahead and go first.
Wait, why don't we send in our invincible tank?
He clearly doesn't want to. He's gonna make us do it. So
All right, whatever.
I mean, real
I mean,
like,
I'm not gonna fight.
opponents.
do I kill him? Like, what is the
Oh.
point? Am I just supposed to beat him, or am I supposed to kill him or her?
It is not to kill.
'Cause
It is merely a
no.
test of strength. One-on-one combat.
Okay. I'm in.
Very well.
Am I fighting? Where am I
One of you
going?
would like to step up first.
I got you, three-eyed, sir.
So.
Oh, sorry, my mic wasn't all the way down. Yes, I'm in.
That's all right.
Count me in there.
That's fine.
Three-eyed master.
He gestures
let's do this.
out to the kind of like grass area in the middle of the camp, and he pretty much starts walking.
You know it. Let's go.
So pretty much he directs you to all kind of stand on one side of the camp, and he will have his warriors stand on the other. All of you who wish to enter into this simple match, please stand in the grass.
In the grass.
Yes.
Missed something? Sorry, you cut out a little bit, so I don't know if I
he
actually
pretty much,
missed something else.
yeah, where Revan is standing, he pretty much directs everyone to, like, if they want to, fight, stand in the grassy area. I had something pulled up for this, but cannot. Okay, hold on a second.
Yo, Revan, do you have anything besides that little shooty thing, or would you want a dagger? I got a couple of them on me.
Oh, if we're not fighting to the death, I figured it'd be a fist fight, right?
Indeed it is.
Yeah. I don't need it. I toss my gun over to him and my dagger.
I let them fall to the ground.
Then after I've been so nice to you this time.
Yeah, you guys shared a master
God.
ride on Eagleback, and you're just gonna drop his stuff?
Yeah.
Fine,
Ow,
I'll
I
catch
mean-
them. I'll catch them.
Talk about bonding.
I look at him and I say, "Don't worry, bud. I'll do better than you think."
I doubt it.
That's fine.
Alright, so it's just Aiden and Revan, okay. So the first two warriors kind of step up, and pretty much they're waiting there. Which one of you would like to fight first?
Mr. Luck the Die.
Oh, yeah.
It's all yours.
All right, I'm in. Chandler, can you check your texts for me, by the way?
Yep. Let me just...
All right, how do I get this shindig started?
Alright, so pretty much you've dropped your gun. You pretty much have all your kind of like, basic weapons off to the side. So you pretty much just step up into the middle of the field. Kind of like you would step just... kind of, yeah, right where you're standing. And pretty much the other person would step to fight you.
Right. Do I roll for initiative?
Yes. Wait, hold on. I'm looking at the text you sent me. Alright, so you're adding... Okay, hold on. Sorry for the delay. I wish I had a little bit more time to prep this kind of stuff, but I'm throwing a lot together at the spur of the moment.
Yeah.
Okay, yep. Okay, that makes sense. Okay, so you step up, and is there anything you do before you begin to fight?
Really, not that anybody can see. I just kind of rub my hands together and shake him a little bit and stretch out and get ready to roll.
All right. So you kind of, as you're rubbing your hands together, you do the whole cracking of knuckles, crack your neck, and just kind of
Crack.
like, I guess get into like a basic fighting stance. You kind of, you know, you actually do kind of take on a pretty solid-looking stance for someone who's not really trained in hand-to-hand. And he asks you, which one would you prefer to fight?
I'll let Pretty Boy try to charm the girl. I'll take the guy.
And so this guy steps forward after getting the nod to be Grandmaster, or the Grand Triad. So, because of the initiative order, he rolled higher. So he's going to take a basic kind of like, he takes his fighting stance. And let's get the fight music going. Oh, of course, the page. There we go. Okay, so he's going to go ahead and do just kind of like a basic strike.
All right, before we see exactly what his move is going to be, I'm going to use a grit point for a dodge, which adds +2 armor class to.
Alright.
Or against this hit, I should say.
Alright. What is your armor class number?
Holy God. It hits me. Doesn't even matter. That is a high ass hit. Dear God.
So, as you're kind of standing there, you are feeling pretty strong about this fight, but he does kind of come in and get you right, like, in between the kind of folds of the leather armor you're wearing and kind of get you in good in the ribs. You take, we're only going to keep it simple and do 1d. Or actually, alright, so you take just 2 points of damage.
I'm gonna strike back.
Alright.
I get a roll for advantage, please, sir.
Yes. Also, if you could text me your current HP now.
Let him die.
Here we go. That's a hit. All right.
Oh yeah.
Let me check my strength. Clear. This is wrong, by the way, Chandler. Just let me know.
Got your text. Are you
Whoa, what the hell is that?
Yeah, no, that's right. So
Okay, cool.
that's your damage. Right? That's damage.
How do you get a +11 to an unarmed hit?
I mean, if you guys want to roll perception check, as
Been
I described this.
I've been training a lot.
So,
Oh, okay. Okay, so there's something there.
you
I'm like,
guys are
okay, just making
watching
sure.
As this guy, gets Revan, right in the ribs. Revan kind of like, lurches for a second, getting hit, and then just kind of reaches out and just immediately decks this guy with like a uppercut. And the dude kind of like, gets staggered and hit back a bit, and he's kind of spun out. So his next turn's just going to be kind of getting back into position and then taking a defensive stance.
All right. I'm gonna roll again then for my next hit with advantage.
It actually would be a disadvantage since he took a kind of defensive stance.
Oh, I thought. Okay, that's fine then. I hit with that then.
No. You strike out, and he, now seeing that you're way stronger than you appear to initially be for being kind of a frailer looking elf man, he kind of like ducks out of the way and manages to kind of just, kind of skate by your fist. Now he's going to roll.
Right.
I'm assuming that does not hit you.
No, it does not.
Alright, so he's dodged up out of the way, and he kind of brings his foot up to kind of get like a swinging roundhouse, and you sort of like just, you know, shoulder duck it to the side. It's your turn again.
Back into position here. Dear God.
I'd say
Can I
now
get
you would have
advantage
the
on this
advantage 'cause
one?
He's not. Yeah, he's no longer in like a defensive stance. He was just kind of, you know, swinging at you a second ago.
Holy fucking Lord. Okay, it doesn't even matter. You can go to his turn.
Okay, so you're kind of like.
Yeah.
You have no real kind of training in fighting, so you are kind of just doing like kind of, you know, bar brawling, fist swinging kind of stuff. But you're pretty quick with it, and he's just managing to kind of evade you. So that's his turn. Does that hit?
No, it does not.
Alright, so it's this back and forth. You're both trying to like just get a hit on each other. He kind of like does the kind of open palm strike that you just sort of, you know, dodge out of the way. Oh, that's your.
That hits.
That hits. That really hits. Yeah. You So, as this guy's kind of dancing around you, you sort of, you know, have a little flicker in your eyes for a second, reach out, grab him by the throat, and just pick him up and choke slam him into the ground. And with that, he is thoroughly knocked out.
Well, what did you think of that there, pretty boy?
I guess I'm speechless. Congratulations.
Yeah,
Hey man, that's what training gets you.
the other workers
Thanks for holding my
Is
stuff.
that what you want to claim?
around the camp, they're kind of like nodding in improvement, just being like, impressive.
I'm gonna go stand in here by SAB.
Alright, so
I've done
someone
my part.
comes over, kind of does a basic healing thing on him to stabilize him, and then, you know, they help him up off to the side. So, next up, Aiden versus the second warrior.
Wait, I thought they said that if one person succeeded, that's all they needed to see.
Well, he said he only needed to see one person, but if more than one person wanted to fight, they're more than welcome to.
You know what? Fuck it, let's go.
Hey, do you want me to hold your stuff there, Aiden? I might as well give you the same respect you gave me.
I just throw my Yakua into the grass right next to me and said, "Nah, I'm good," and I throw his stuff back.
Thank you.
So, let's roll for initiative.
Assuming you want initiative.
Yes, I just said let's roll for initiative.
Oh, sorry, I couldn't hear you.
That's good.
That's a 19.
Yeah, you definitely go first.
Okay, and then roll to hit. Yeah, we'll just fist fight. So that is a 13 to hit.
You just hit.
Okay.
Nice.
And then for damage, that is looking like 3 points of damage.
So, you get in there, and you manage to, like, she was sort of, like, kind of getting into a
Wait,
stance.
so what are you rolling for there for their unarmed?
Oh, I'm just rolling them, like, 1d20, and then for any type of damage they do, it's just 1d4.
Okay, good, just making sure.
I got you. So, she was kind of, you know, getting in there, kind of, like, just kind of doing the thing for cracking the neck, and you just sort of take that opportunity to sort of, like, get a kick in right to her stomach, and she kind of, like, lurches back for a second. Then she gets mad. Let's see. So... Okay, so, never mind that. So, she does get mad, but no kind of, like, bonus you can see from it. She's gonna go ahead and run at you. Does that hit?
That my armor class is. Where is my armor class? 13. That does hit.
All right. So like you, she just barely gets a hit in too. She does an open palm strike to your to the middle of your chest, and she gets. Ooh. Okay. Full 4 damage. And if you can text me your health after that.
I am hurting.
Okay. So just like just like as you staggered her back with that kind of kick to the stomach, she staggers you back with a blow to your sternum.
Okay, I'm gonna come back and go for an uppercut on her,
All right.
and that is a 16 to hit.
That hits.
And then for damage, I'm looking at another 3 points.
All right. So okay, so you get a hit on her. She lurches back again, getting the uppercut to the face. Kind of takes that same kind of fighting stance and comes back at you. And I'm gonna give her, actually no disadvantage, just a straight roll. I'm assuming that does not hit.
That does not hit. No.
All right, so you see her bringing the foot around, and you sort of just drop to the ground, like, you know, not fully like prone, but you just sort of duck down as the leg goes over your head. And then
Okay, then I want to come back, and since her leg's above me, I want to go and sweep the leg.
There it is. Sweep the leg.
And that is a 6 to hit. That does not hit.
Nope. She sees that coming too. You drop down, she immediately, like, with the other leg that's still on the ground, kind of like propels herself up, lands on the one that was up in the air already, and sort of like gets to the side of you over here. That is now her turn. And,
Can't touch this.
And again, she's going for those kicks because you're on the ground, and it's kind of one of those moments to where she's bringing her foot down, and you just scurry back. She almost just gets a critical hit right to your groin, but you manage to dodge out of the way just in time.
Okay, I'm gonna go for a punch right into her ribcage, and that is a natural 20.
Oh shit!
Yeah.
I'm gonna need photographic.
So
evidence
rolling for the
later.
critical damage, and that is a 3, double that to 6.
All right. If you can get do you still have the die on its 20?
Yes, I do. Do you want me to send you a picture of it?
Yeah. You don't have to do it now, but just I need photographic evidence. We'll implement that properly at some point, but for now, take a quick photo and then we'll get on to the fight. So, you immediately kind of propel yourself up, and with that momentum, you just kind of like just straight jab to the ribs, and she's just like, ah! She's
But she's still kicking?
Yes, no, she's still good. Like, she's fairly strong. So, she's kind of like getting back in her fighting pose, comes right back at you with 19
That
to
one
hit.
hurts.
Alright, let's see what she gets. 2 damage.
Okay, I can take that. I mean, I am definitely not looking well after that,
So she
but
kind of,
there's a chance I can take one more hit from her.
alright, so she comes up, gives you a kind of like judo chop right to the. Yeah, let's go with the neck. So just a straight chop to the neck, and you're just like as you kind of stagger back a little bit yourself, but you're still hanging in there. It's like Rocky. You've been through the fight. You're still hanging in there. You think if you use your method of using your face as a shield, you'll get through this.
All right, so come back with a little bit of anger in my fist. I'm gonna try to hit it again, and this time it's an 8. I'm just too off from that last hit, and I missed.
Yep. I'm assuming it's your little not delirium fully, but you kind of take the swing, go past her a little bit as she just sort of like steps out of the way, and she's now gonna roll to hit you. 10.
Nope.
All right. So in your delirium, though, you somehow manage to stagger out of the way of another open palm strike as she attempts to hit you. But your state is currently helping you to unintentionally dodge out the way.
I'm going for a headbutt.
All right.
16.
Okay. Yeah. That hits. Go ahead and roll damage.
That is a 2.
Okay. -2. Alright, so she's definitely still in better shape than you, but you are wearing her down a bit. She is getting pretty tired. She staggers back after the headbutt, rubs her forehead, and just cracks her neck and just comes back at you with as much intensity as initially. So 14.
Goodbye, sweet world.
So
That hits.
all right, let's roll for damage. 2.
I am extremely hurting.
Are you
Like-
still up?
Any hit will knock me down.
Oh shit. She does a full-on like Chun-Li up in the air, roundhouse kick to your face. You spin a little bit, but you are on your feet, good sir, and you are technically still in this fight. So go ahead and roll.
How is it still going?
I want to look up at her as I'm on the ground and
Oh no, you're not
roll.
on the ground. You're
Well, what I want to look at her and roll to do charm person
okay.
and see if I can talk her out of taking a couple hits from me these next couple rounds.
Okay.
So she needs to roll a d20 and she needs to beat 15.
The
I don't think
coward's
these
way out.
tribe. I don't think this tribe pulls punches, man. I don't think that happens.
All right. So
We're about to find out.
Aiden, you look at her with your bruised, chiseled face. It does nothing.
Fuck.
She looks at you, and the grand tribe in your head just says,
Bye.
"You do know this is a fight. There will be no pulling of punches today, my friend."
That is my turn. I'm gonna kind of crawl over to like 10 feet to the right and pray.
Okay. 12. Does that hit?
No, it does not.
So, she does another kind of like, leaping strike with a foot, and you just, as you crawl away, she just lands kind of like, I guess, just right over here, and yeah, she misses as you kind of like scourge yourself away as fast as possible. Your turn again, pal.
Do I have my bag on me?
Your bag?
What?
Yeah.
That depends. Would you want to have set that
Your
down?
bag?
I probably would have put that down. I was gonna see if I go for a healing potion, but you know what? I'm gonna just
That's
charge at her with
cheating.
my fist and try just to knock her, like just to hit her right in the gut.
All right.
That is a 15. Thank God.
That hits. It's football practice. You go for the tackle. Go ahead and roll damage.
1 damage.
Oh my god. So, just like in football, you run over to her, not fully doing a tackle, but you pretty much just shoulder bash her as hard as you can. She staggers back to the edge of the grass. Doesn't fall out of it, but manages to keep her balance. But she's looking a little haggard now, but not as bad as you are. Let's see how she does now.
Bring it.
11. You gotta be kidding me.
You can't hit me.
Yeah,
You can't
she-
touch this. I start doing the MC hammer dance.
As,
Oh,
as
but-
this fight is going on, she's getting more and more frustrated. And with that, her kind of precision she had initially is kind of getting less and less as she's just now striking out wildly. And you're managing to just dance around her. Go ahead and roll your...
Go to roll for a nice punch to the head, and oh my God, 19.
Shit, okay.
But I have 3 damage.
Alright.
Slowly but surely.
Yep, it's just like Rocky 1. So, you immediately bring your fist right to the side of her face, just like... Bit of dribble gets off into the crowd, as she just kind of like, not a full spin like you did when she kicked you, but you definitely knocked her back a bit. And she's now looking a bit haggard. It's now also her turn. Will this be the finisher? It won't be. It's not the finisher. She's pissed though. She runs at you to do like another kind of like, set of kicks, but you're just kind of like, you're dancing around, you're ducking, you're diving. You think you might have a concussion, but you're still in this.
Remember the 5 Ds of dodgeball.
Before I go to swing at her one more time, I look over at Mina and said, "Hey, you want to show me that cool new healing spell you learned?" And then I'm gonna throw a punch at the girl.
Cheating!
Alright, you throw a punch.
16.
That hits.
Thank God I'm rolling well at least. 2 damage.
Oh my god.
Down to the wire.
As you punch her, she now looks to have a very similar stance to you have now. Very bruised, very, very,
Oh,
beaten
come
up.
on, you're kidding me.
But you're
No
You're both
way!
hanging in there. 16.
That hits.
And with that, ladies and gentlemen, she's gonna bring her right arm just straight up for a big old cold cop to the face. Aiden gets punched to the ground, laid out.
I go unconscious.
Everybody in
Any
the camp,
damage knocks me unconscious.
all the native people just start clapping and cheering as if that was one of the most interesting, entertaining fights they've seen. And with that, the first 2 fights are over. If anyone else does want to fight, say something now. But the woman comes back out. She comes to both of you, puts pretty much a hand on each of you, and heals you up to at least stable. Aiden, you're now able to get up, but you're now on 1 HP still.
Thanks.
So, you all sort of make your ways back to the camp, and the Grand Triad kind of looks at your groups like, so, would anyone else like to try their hand?
I'm not a fighter, so I'm good.
Very well. That is the case.
I'm good, unless if Aragon wants to see if he can beat somebody out in 1 punch instead of 2, like me.
Only fight worthy opponents.
Ooh.
Is that so?
The 3-eyed man.
Very well. You have proven yourselves. You have tenacity. You have grit. You have what it takes to get the job done. You shall rest for the night, and I shall tell you your mission in the morning. He sort of gestures to some other people who begin heading off to one of the tents, and they start kind of, somewhat clearing it out a little bit, bringing in some sort of things that look like rudimentary bed cots to, make it, sleepable, probably for you guys, you assume. Erler sort of bows to the Grand Triad, and he then takes wild shape again and flies off as a giant eagle. And the Grand Triad sort of looks over your group and says, well met. That was most entertaining.
What did he say?
He says, he pretty much just, he remarks on how the fights were entertaining, and that pretty much just good job. That was fun.
Oh, thank you. Yeah, great time.
Still incredibly bloodied. Can I get up and go over and try to hit on the girl that beat the shit out of me?
Sure. We're going to ignore the language barrier for a couple of moments. And by that I mean Aiden's not going to be able to properly speak because he's concussed. So yeah, go ahead, get over there. Show what you got.
Let me roll a charisma check on this.
Yes.
You can make it as high as a DC as you want. I am rolling a charisma
I
check on
want to
this.
see how this goes. Just go.
That is a 16 plus 3 for my charisma bonus, so 19.
Because of the fact her only stats armor class. You walk over to her. One of your eyes is black from the fight. You sort of just mumble, "How you doing?" Just.
I imagine one of my teeth are hanging out, and I'm just kind of wobbling as I'm saying it.
And she at least turns to you, kind of looks you up and down, at least puts out a hand to kind of signify, as in good fight. What do you do?
I take her hand, I accept my defeat, and I stumble back over to the group.
No, she you take her hand. She at least plants one on you. She pulls you in, plants one on you, and then kind of lets you go as she walks away.
Fuck yeah.
You almost fall on your ass. But...
Okay, now that's right. Okay, so I'm assuming, are we about to go to bed? Are we? So yeah, so the next thing that's happening is we're going to bed, so I don't need to take a healing potion right now?
Pretty much, yes.
Okay.
So, is there anything you guys want to do before we head off? Anything
this
you
is
want to
good for
talk to
me.
the Grand Triad about? Is there anything your group wants to talk about?
I'm in no condition to talk. I'm good.
Yep. Aiden does the best thing for a
I'll
guy
go
who's
check
had.
on our little.
Go ahead.
I'll go check on our little boy Aiden and ask him if he's okay.
All right.
How the hell did you beat that big guy?
I told you, I've been freaking training.
You are a fucking shrimp. You're lying to me.
Aiden, roll me a perception check.
cheated.
Whoa. Okay, real quick. First off, I want to explain myself.
But like, okay.
Right. No, I'll explain myself. I will explain myself. Here's the thing. I have been working with the shaman on the side for the last couple months. He's taught me kind of how their fighting styles are, where to hit them. Okay.
But do you look
things get
physically
bad.
bigger? Like, have you physically gotten stronger, like bigger
I
muscles?
look a little bit stronger, I would have to imagine.
Okay, then I wouldn't have said it that way, because I'm like, if you still kind of like, ideally, I didn't think you like actually got bigger muscles, because you're still a skinny guy otherwise. So
Well,
that's kind of where I was going.
Let me check. I want to check Revan's actual just like character sheet for a second. Okay. Yeah. Never mind. Keep going.
Because yeah, what do you weigh? I don't even know what you weigh at this point.
I probably weigh close to 190.
Okay, so we're about the same weight then, yeah. So I definitely wouldn't have gone with that. So never mind. Yeah, I am just very staggered and upset that you won and I lost.
Hey, dude, it's all good. No worries. She was probably tougher opponent anyways. I mean, look at those muscles.
She's kind of hot.
Is she still standing right next to the two of you?
Oh no. I'm assuming we've moved over to the group.
Yeah, you guys are. Go ahead and go down here. Like right, SAB will be right outside your tent. So pretty much just over here. They pretty much prepped that tent for you guys.
Wait, which one? The one by Mello?
Yeah.
This one? Okay. Yeah, well, at least one person won. Aiden.
You trying to insult me, short person?
I'm just stating facts that one person won and one person lost.
I'll remember that.
I mean, you did call me a midget.
I'm sorry, the facts are the way they are.
That's not a fact. I'm a no. I just turn away.
All right, I'm gonna go lay down on whatever we're sleeping on because I am still feeling like shit and need my rest.
Best thing for a head injury is an immediate nap. Good call.
Yup.
So Aiden,
Definitely not gonna have any brain
no, I'm not gonna be that
injuries.
cool.
Continue.
Aiden tucks himself away for sleep. A well-earned kind of rest after a very, very grueling and very, I'll admit, fun to watch fight. Like you guys, like regardless of how you fully feel about him, you gotta admit that was a fun fight to watch.
Oh yeah,
Oh,
I can't believe I almost came back.
definitely.
Can't either, because you were down pretty.
I was at
Pretty
one
bad. It
health,
was
like
almost
3
some Rocky
rounds
shit.
in.
So, does anyone else want to do anything?
I'm good.
Alright. In which case, I feel like this is going to be a very, very perfect stopping point for this week. As I said, a bit of a short stream this week, so hopefully I'll try and have more stuff prepared. We're kind of going over a couple of schedules. Might not be able to stream next week, but keep tuned into the Twitch channel. Just let everybody know who, if in case they've missed it, they can go check this out on YouTube at the YouTube channel Changle53, name pending. And other than that, thank you guys for coming this week. This was a really fun episode, and sorry I didn't have too much prepared, but I hope you guys enjoyed this. A resounding yes from the entire team here.
I thought you were talking to the audience.
Really hard, yeah. And I thought you were talking to the audience.
Oh, my bad.
What are we saying yes to?
I was pretty much just asking. Like, I hope you
It
guys
was a
like.
good stream.
You guys
It was
enjoyed
a
this.
good
Yeah,
stuff.
this was great, dude.
Oh, yeah,
It
that
was
was a lot
so
of
much fun. Two-shotting a guy was super, super interesting.
Super bullshit.
Gotcha. Well,
No.
From all of us here on the World of Astaria crew, thank you all for watching, and we'll see you at some point. Bye, everybody.